Hey everybody, welcome back to my room. We're on the fourth and final kind of NCAA preview video. We are back in my childhood room. You can see me at like my high school dances, homecomings, not my best time. So we'll just stick to the present and now, and I'll block those photos. Today we're going to be talking about the defenders and goalies, the people who get no love but who are crucial to team success, both on and off the field. So we're going to start with our top three defenders, move into our top three goalies, and give you guys a preview for all those goalies and defenders out there who don't necessarily feel all the love and have the highlights to look at and have the camps and clinics to go to. You can learn and watch right here, right now, this season, a couple of amazing players who can help you get better even just by watching. Let's dive on in. All right, so to start, top three defenders. There are a ton of different defensive styles out there nowadays, a lot of amazing players who contribute to their team's success, but three in particular who really stand out. First and foremost, Emma Trenchard, UNC defender. She's a current junior right now. She's a member of the national team with me, and even just being with her on the national team, I've seen how much she has grown in confidence and poise and play in the last year, even just at the US stage, and you can see it sort of trickle down into her UNC play as well. She's fast, she's quick. She reminds me of a Meg Dowdy, and they honestly kind of look like each other too. Very poised, very confident. She is UNC's big markup defender, so whenever the other team has another big time stud on the offensive end, you can bet your money that Emma Trenchard will be on them. What I really like is that she's the communicator back there. She's a vocal leader, knows where to be, when to be there, and she just does her job. So if you're looking to be just a solid 1v1 defender and team defender in any defensive system, man down, zone, backer, Emma is the one for you to watch. She's a great player, great person, and the ultimate team player. Secondly on our list, Cara Trombetta. So Cara is a Florida player. I think she's a senior. Really aggressive style of play. She goes for the checks. She goes for the risky plays, but more often than not is rewarded for them. So she is somebody who does a really nice job of using her body and her quickness to help expose sticks, look for the back check, or get it on hand. So one of the things I'm always teaching my McDonough kids and any defender I work with is getting in on the hands. She's great at pressuring on ball, doesn't give attackers space to breathe, and then when they're off ball, she's a great defend the cutter player. So she always is poised, always can defend the cutters, talks through with her teammates. You can see that communication going on without even hearing it, and then is somebody who makes the big time plays. She takes the risks. Sometimes they don't work out, but most of the time they do, and that's my kind of defender. So if you're somebody who's a little more aggressive, who likes to back check, but still wants to be able to play within a team defense, Cara Trombetta is the one for you to watch. And finally, sophomore Sarah Cooper from Syracuse, excuse me. She's a rising sophomore, and she is an integral part of Syracuse's backer defense. So Syracuse more often than not plays either a backer or a shifting kind of zone, and Sarah Cooper has become a vital part of that zone. She's like 6 feet, 6'1", so she's very tall, covers a lot of space, long arms, has a long wingspan, very quick. When you watch Sarah, what you're going to notice is that depending on what defense they're in, she's not even watching the ball. Her eyes are typically, especially in their shifting D, looking inward. She is covering the cutters, checking back out of 3 seconds, cutting, checking back out. She is the eyes in the middle, having the trust in her teammates to defend on ball, and then what she does is she handles any of the oopsies, any of the back doors, the 2v1s. She's the one who slides in and watches. So she's been a super versatile player. She can play the backer. She is the backer typically. When they go backer, she's that rover player in their shifting zone, and then is a solid one-on-one defender. So if you're somebody who plays on a team with a lot of different styles defensively, who you need to know, man, zone, backer, shifting, man down, Sarah's your girl to watch because she's so versatile and she's really smart. She works hard but works efficiently as well, and that's a huge key. So those are your top 3 defenders, all super different, but all you can learn from. So make sure you watch them. Don't just get caught up in the goals. Make sure you watch the defense too, particularly my middies and my defenders. And last but not least, where would we be without our goalies? The hardest position on the field by far. Something that I could never do, but I have so much respect for all the goalies out there at every single level, from international, pro, college, high school, all the way to Pee Wee. God bless you. There are amazing goalies throughout the leagues, but again, there's 3 in particular that really stand out. First and foremost, Taylor Moreno, UNC. She is an all-star, and she has been since the moment she stepped on campus. Really quick, really hard to get around. She doesn't bite for fakes. She takes up space and covers her angles really well, and then has those quick hands to boot. She's really active. You'll see her go out of the cage sometimes, and she just trusts her instincts, and that's what I love about her. She's a risk taker. She trusts her instincts and trusts the players in front of her to get the job done. Super explosive, the leader back there, and somebody that young goalies should really aspire to be too. Another goalie is Molly Doughtery, JMU. She is the emotional leader of that JMU team. She's a very energetic, loud, proud, get in your face, hyped up goalie, which was what a lot of teams need. It's the hardest position to be in. She's the back line of defense a lot of the time. Put in positions where she has to make a huge play, and then when she does, she has so much energy. She's that heartbeat of the defense. Super vocal, super energetic, explosive. She is exactly what you should be watching if you're that same player. And if you're not, if you're a little bit of a quieter goalie, watch how she communicates to her defense. Watch how she takes charge and command in that goal, and that she doesn't let any goals kind of get in her head. Great goalie, explosive, dynamic, huge part of JMU's success and their national championship 2 years ago. And finally, Sam Fish from Princeton. I had the privilege to coach her at Under Armour All-American when she was a rising freshman, and it's incredible to see how much she has grown. She has a ton of poise. She's a really smart goalie, and again, is that last line of defense that really allows Princeton to play with some freedom. Princeton is a really explosive offensive team and takes a lot of risk on the offensive end. Most of the time those work out. Sometimes it puts some pressure on the defensive end. And Sam is just a really solid, sturdy goalie who's had an incredible 2 years in college and or 3, I guess this is her 3rd. And then will continue to do that. She's the heartbeat of that defensive core, really vocal, really sturdy, and lets her teammates do their jobs, and does her job in turn. So those are 3 incredible goalies you guys should be watching. There are 1, 2, 3 in terms of honorable mention, or media All-Americans going into this season, are going to be a huge source of success for their teams and a huge reason behind their team's success throughout the season. So if they're playing well, my guess is UNC, JMU, and Princeton will also be playing well.